Question 1. What is 3D printing? Answer. 3D printing is the automated process of building a three-dimensional object by adding material rather than taking material away, as in drilling or machining. The process, also known as additive manufacturing, was first introduced in the late 1980s. It was first commercially used as a rapid prototyping method in the aerospace and automotive industries. Charles Hull, who later co-founded 3D Systems, had a patent issued for a stereolithography system, or SLA for short. Question 2. How does 3D printing work? Answer. To create a 3D printed object, you use an additive process. The three-dimensional object is created by laying down successive layers of material until the object is finished. Question 3. What are the limitations of 3D printing? Answer. Although it is already deeply implemented in the world of prototyping, 3D printing is still some years away from having a breakthrough in the world of manufacturing. This breakthrough would allow 3D printing to spread from just prototyping, with the exception of select components already being manufactured by 3D printers, to being widely implemented in everyday manufacturing processes all over the world. The main aspect keeping this from happening sooner is the relatively long time it takes to 3D print something that can just as well be manufactured using traditional methods, and we all know that time means money. 3D printing is also limited by the size of the 3D printer. Although there are some pretty big units 3D printing with cement, for example, high quality and precision parts are limited to smaller machines, which can also be very expensive depending on what they are designed to be capable of. Question 4. Is there a difference between 3D printing and additive manufacturing? Answer. The short answer is no. The term 3D printing comes from the use of inkjet printer heads in the first 3D printers to deposit either layers of UV curable photopolymer resin or a binding material onto a layer of powder in a powder bed process. However, the term now universally encompasses all additive manufacturing technologies. The more technical, or correct, way of referring to the automated process of building a 3D object from scratch using a digital file is additive manufacturing. Question 5. What is the difference between 3D printing and 4D printing? Answer. 4D printing is a subset of 3D printing. In normal 3D printing, the end product is static, unless some flexible material is used, and it is meant to stay in that form. 4D printing is a way of programming the material object to change form or functionality when given the correct impulse. Question 6. Are 3D printed goods as good as those manufactured traditionally? Answer. 3D printing has enabled certain products to be improved beyond the capabilities of traditional manufacturing processes like jet engine components. But on a general level, it would be a subjective statement to suggest that a certain 3D printed product is better or worse than its traditional counterpart. Seen on an economic level, 3D printing is on its way to becoming a very efficient, resourceful, and cost-effective means of production and will probably surpass conventional manufacturing processes in those aspects in the future. Question 7. Will 3D printing be bigger than the internet? Answer. As 3D printing has only begun to see global acceptance and implementation in recent years, it is too soon to know for certain whether 3D printing will be a life-changer comparable to the internet. After all, when computers were first invented, no one knew the tremendous impact they would have. The same goes for the internet. Growing numbers in the 3D printing industry suggest that the technology is going to be huge, but only time will tell if the impact going to be internet size. Question 8. What types of 3D printing filaments are there? Answer. There are many different kinds of 3D printing filaments. First of all, they come in two conventional diameters, 1.75 mm and 3.00 mm. The most common materials used in FDM 3D printing are PLA and ABS. They are popular for their ease of use, ABS being a little more complicated to 3D print, and their affordability. But as far as what materials you can print with are concerned, there are almost no limit. It is possible to print in pure metal, food and all sorts of thermoplastics, whereby metal and food don't come in filament form for obvious reasons. But don't be confused if you see a spool of filament that says metal on it. In this case, metal dust is mixed with thermoplastic material for use in desktop FDM 3D printers. Question 9. How do I find out what kinds of filament my 3D printer supports? Answer. You have a few options. The obvious ones are to visit the manufacturer's website or read the 3D printer manual. The supported filament type should be stated clearly. Another way is to ask Google. You should be able to find all sorts of people writing about their experiences using different filament types with their 3D printer, even types not explicitly listed by the manufacturer that still work. But keep in mind that the warranty won't be valid any longer if your 3D printer breaks because of a filament the manufacturer does not support. Also, some manufacturers lock the users into using the manufacturer-made filaments, which usually comes in a proprietary filament cartridge. This way, your choice of cheap filaments is limited. On the other hand, you get the best printing results possible, the manufacturers claim. Question 10. Will unsupported filaments ruin my 3D printer? Answer. You are well advised to operate your 3D printer within the guidelines given by the manufacturer. Often, the use of the wrong filament can result in damage done to the hot end of your 3D printer. Generally, make sure not to heat the nozzle to temperatures above the given guidelines and only use filaments listed by the manufacturer. Question 11. What software do I need for 3D printing? Answer. To prepare an existing 3D model for 3D printing, you will at least need a 3D slicer. Most 3D printers come with their own slicing software. The most popular open source 3D slicer is Cura, the most versatile Simplify 3D. If you are also interested in designing 3D models yourself or in modifying existing models, you will need 3D modeling software. Question 12. How do I create 3D printable models? Answer. First, 3D models can be made using 3D modeling software or real-life objects which are then scanned and turned into 3D model files with specialized software often provided by the manufacturer of the scanning device. After that, the 3D models need to be passed through a 3D slicing program to become a 3D printable model. Question 13. What is a 3D printing model? Answer. A 3D printing model is a file that a 3D printer can read and interpret. It is used to tell the 3D printer where to put the nozzle in order to create the physical object. The model file contains geometrical information that will have to be interpreted by a slicing software that turns the geometrical input into commands the printer can process. Question 14. What are the most common 3D printing file formats? Answer. There are quite a few 3D printing file formats. Here are the most common ones. STL. This is the most popular 3D model format. All slicing tools supported. Here is a more detailed overview of the STL format and how it works. OBJ, also important, and also supported by all major slicing tools, is the OBJ file format. In contrast to STL, OBJ is able to store color and texture profiles. We guess it will become more popular when multicolor printing takes off. Ply, the polygon file format, was originally used for storing 3D scanned objects. 3 megafarads. 3 megafarads is a new file format developed by Microsoft, Autodesk, HP and Shapeways. It is not clear if this will be widely adopted. We'll have to wait and see. Question 15. How to start if I want to design a 3D print model? Answer. You are going to want to download and install a 3D modeling software. You don't have to go and buy the most expensive one on the market. In fact, you don't need to buy one at all. There are lots of good, free 3D modeling programs out there that are perfect for beginners. Start with simple models, like a cube, then work your way through more complicated objects. Here are step-by-step tutorials for learning 3D modeling using FreeCAD 3D/Tinkercad. More tutorials.